Do you need a first car? Of course you do. Everyone does at some point. But before we even get to that point, we need to decide, what do we actually want? What do we need? And how fast do our parents want us to be going? And today I have come to, well, Switzerland, the least car-friendly place on earth, to show you what you need. This is Jeff, and it's known as Beast. It's my Honda logo with 63 horsepower. And I'm going to tell you why I chose this car. It's not my first car, but it's a good first car. Before I start though, I want you to buy this merchandise because it's the best merchandise in the world. Also, this cap is pretty cool too. And you can get it on speedcomparer.com/shop. Speedcomparer.com/shop. Best merchandise in the world. If you buy it, you'll get a car. Right. First things first, power. This is a Honda D13 engine and it has 63 horsepower. Now I know what the virgin 16-year-olds are saying. My first car is going to have 400 horsepower and be straight piped. Okay, sonny boy, listen here. It's not going to happen, okay? I was in your position and I too thought that girls think you have a really gigantic when you rev your car, but it's not the case. Also, speeding fines and maintenance is a thing. So even though you can buy your uncle's 1998 Audi A8 with the V8, you're not going to, and you'll not be able to afford the service, trust me, even if you do it yourself, because parts are also a thing. Okay, good talk. On to the next subject. Space. Now, this car might not look very big, but it sure is well organized, and that means I can transport all my friends around. In fact, he's in the car right now. I don't have any friends. I've transported 4 people in this car before, plus luggage in the back. Plus, one of the people had a pet midget, and they came with as well. So, saying that you need a big car for space doesn't really make any sense to me. Welcome to my Honda logo that I've had for the last 20,000 kilometers, of which I have spent $500 on the car. I spent $600 to buy the car, and I spent $500 on fuel. And if you can get a better deal than that, then I'll change my name to Nancy and cut off my... Now, could I have afforded a more expensive car? Yes, absolutely. But I asked myself, why do I need it? And that's the question you should ask yourself as well. If the answer is to show off to other people, then that's the wrong answer. It should be something that makes you happy. And a $600 Honda that requires no maintenance at all and is quite retro, that makes me happy. Now let's say you're 18 and your uncool parents are buying your car. They'll be like, Timmy, you need to buy something safe. Oh, parents are so uncool. Hang on, my mom's calling me. Hello? Hi, mommy. Yeah, I'll be home in time for dinner. Okay, I love you too. Bye. I mean, shut up, mom. Don't tell me what to do. Beach? I'm not saying safety isn't important, but even my 1999 $600 Honda logo has airbags for the driver and for the passenger in the front. So, I mean, don't worry about it. Speaking of being a virgin teenager that needs a lot of power, I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm just a virgin. And I do like power. But with $600, you have to go into a compromise. And what I needed was a car that gets me from A to B and that stands out a little bit for my channel. But I also want to drive fast. And this car weighs less than 1 ton, only has 63 horsepower, but I can spend more money because I only spend $600 on handling modifications. That means driving around roads like these is awesome because it feels like I'm driving a fat chicken. So sure, when you put your foot down, not much is going to happen. But when it gets to the corners, that's a different story. Lots of fun. The thing is though, when you're 16, 17, 18, you don't realize that speed limits are actually a thing. With this car, it's very difficult to break speed limits. The speed limit on this road is 80 and first gear goes to 55. Allow me to demonstrate. That's 55. So yeah, you could save up, you know, $10,000 for an Audi S3 and spend some money on maintenance and spend some money on doing that. Or you could save up $3,000, buy a $600 Honda logo, strip the interior, spend some money on handling parts, and then beat every single Audi S3 around the corners. Who would not want that? If you do that, you have to wear your cap like this. So if you don't, the police arrests you. It's a rule, it's a law. Another thing to keep in mind is please, with your first car, don't try and race everybody, especially not if you're wearing your cap like this, and especially not in your bright green Honda logo with coilovers, because you will be laughed at. I learned, and now I do the laughing at those that want to race me, because I annihilate them every time. Yeah, let's go! Woo! Actually, it's because I'm a grown-up, and racing everybody off the line gets really annoying. Going back to price though, I know it's tempting to buy a BMW 335i or an Audi S3 or whatever you want as your first car because it's in your budget, but if the car is $9,000, you saved up $10,000, you might want to do yourself a favor and look up maintenance and common issues on those cars. In fact, look up maintenance and common issues on most cars, because if it's a common issue, it's going to happen to you, guaranteed. I learned this the hard way. My first car was a Mitsubishi L200. I know it's a weird choice for a car, but it was the 2.8 diesel model, and those have terrible head gasket problems, and it doesn't happen to everybody though. And I thought, well, that's fine, I'll just buy this car with 300,000 kilometers on the clock and I'll be fine, because I know that Jesus loves me. And turned out Jesus hated me, and the head gasket blew, and I spent 20,000 South African Rand fixing the head gasket. Gasket. So, be wise when you make your first car purchase, okay? Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to go to speedcompare.com/shop and have an awesome day also. I'll see you next time.